what's happening? What's going on, guys? Welcome back and welcome to the 2018 World Cup previews and predictions. So a little bit of a different video. It will be me in the bottom corner or the top corner or the top or this corner. I'm not really sure. But it's gonna be a little bit of a different video. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna go over all the teams, what we should be looking out for, what's been happening, key players, their coaches, what's gonna happen. This is gonna be fun. Previews and predictions. Let's get right into it with Group A. So to start Group A, we have Russia. Russia are the lowest ranked team in this tournament. They have not gotten out of the group stage since 2008. Their main player is their goalkeeper, Akinfeev. He is their captain, and he is going to be the one that will keep the hopes and structure and dreams alive of this host country, Russia. Their coach is very defensive-minded, which means that they won't be the most exciting team to watch, but the atmosphere at that game will be absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to watch their game. Next up, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia have already fired 2 coaches in the last year. They also have not made a World Cup since 2006. The leading man, Al Salawi, I think I said that right, has 16 goals for his club in qualifying. And they just had a coach named this Tuesday that would be Pizzi. We will see how that goes. Next up, Egypt. Now for Egypt, this is the first World Cup they've had since 1990. Their main man is Mohamed Salah, one of the best players in the world at this point in time. The problem is he got hurt in the Champions League final, and it seems that for sure he will miss the very first game against Uruguay, but a possibility to come back for their second game to play Russia. If he comes back, that would be, for Egypt, the biggest thing the entire tournament. Their coach, Couper, is a counter-attacking minded coach. Really suits Salah. I think it also suits the rest of the team. If Salah plays, though, will be the deciding factor. And to round off the group, it's Uruguay. Uruguay finished second in the South American qualifying group under Brazil. Their strike partnership of Edison Cavani and Luis Suarez is a force to be reckoned with their experience and creativity and bite power. They will be a great group to look at. Their coach, Tabarez, is in his 4th straight World Cup coaching Uruguay. So with that being said, I believe that Uruguay will finish first, and I believe that Egypt, pending Mohamed Salah, will finish second. Now on to Group B, starts off with Portugal. Portugal won the Euro 2016, the last major tournament for the European teams. They have an extremely experienced team. João Mario, Pepe, Ronaldo, of course. Ronaldo just came off of his three-peat with Real Madrid, winning the Champions League, and now he focuses all of his energy to get the one crowning achievement that he has yet to do, win a World Cup. Their coach Santos has finally forged a very strong defense that will be able to back up the attacking prowess of Ronaldo. Next up, Spain. After an awful Brazil 2014 campaign for Spain, they are finally rejuvenated, revamped, and they are ready to go in the World Cup Russia 2018. David De Gea is their key man, best player in the world, best goalkeeper in the world rather, best player in the world. That is debatable. It's hard to compare goalkeepers and attackers. It's just... Their coach Lopetegui was able to keep an unbeaten qualification run for this World Cup campaign, which is very vital. Next up, Morocco. Now this is the first World Cup for Morocco in 20 years. Durar, their main man in center midfield, is going to be a key part, as he was with Monaco when they won their French league title 2 years ago. And their coach, Renard, had won the African Cup of Nations with both Zambia and Ivory Coast, so he is an experienced cup coach. And to round off the group, Iran. Iran actually went unbeaten in their 18 qualifying games for this World Cup. Their young star, Azmoun, is 22 years old and has scored 22 international goals. Their coach, Quirzo, has been with them since the 2014 winless run in Brazil. So with that being said, I believe that Spain will be first and Portugal will be second, leaving Morocco and Iran third and fourth respectively. Now on to Group C. Now Group C starts off with France. France is a young, vibrant, but also vulnerable team. They have shown defensively they can have lapses in judgment, and their main player, Varane, will have to be good. He will have to be able to tell where his defenders need to go. Attacking wise, they are absolutely phenomenal and their depth is incredible. It is if they can keep the consistency up. Their coach, Didier Deschamps, was part of the World Cup winning 98 team and Euro 2000 winning team. However, he has no silverware as a coach. Next up, Australia. Now for Australia, this is their 4th straight World Cup, but this time they needed to squeak through the playoffs to get a spot. Their key player is Jedinak, a central defensive midfielder who is the core of the team and a captain, to say the least. However, they have no coach at the moment. Next up, Peru. Peru, a shock for many in this World Cup, beating out teams like Chile and Ecuador, had only conceded 7 goals in the entirety of 2017. Their captain Guerrero was in some controversy, being banned by FIFA with a suspected cocaine problem. But in the end, all of the captains of the groups, Australia, France, and Denmark, signed off to have him allowed to play this World Cup. Their coach, Gareca, is finally in a World Cup, the first World Cup since 1982. And to round off the group, my beloved Denmark. Now, Denmark are one of the fastest improving teams, and that is not just me saying it, as the majority of the world saying that. They are currently on an 11-game unbeaten streak, including the 2 playoff legs against Ireland. The main man for Denmark, not Nicholas Bentner, is actually Christian Eriksen, an incredible center attacking midfielder who plays for Tottenham and is hitting his peak at the absolute perfect time for this 2018 Danish campaign. Their coach, Harid, the Norwegian, has not had much experience but had coached Norway for 5 years. So with that being said, I believe that France will get first, and I believe that Denmark will get second, with Australia and Peru in third and fourth respectively. Now on to Group D. So to start it off, it's Argentina. Argentina has one of the most threatening attacks in world football ever. Of course, their main man is Lionel Messi, seeking, just like Ronaldo, after accomplishing everything they possibly could have in their club realms. The international realm has not treated them well, and they are still searching for that World Cup to bring home. Their coach, Sampaoli, is the 3rd coach they have had in less than a year. Moving on to Iceland. Now, Iceland were the shock of the Euro 2016, beating out England in the round of 16 and going up against France and giving them a great run. Their leader, Gunnarsson, is maybe not their best player, but he is the focal point and inspiration of this so gritty team. And their coach, Hallgrimsson, is a dentist by day and coach by night. An incredible story that you should definitely check out. Next, Croatia. Croatia barely squeezed through the playoffs this year. It was a big deal that they did not do all that well. However, Luka Modric, Ivan Rakitic, Ivan Perisic, and Mario Mandzukic are the 4 big players, but Modric is actually the most important, the best, in my opinion, midfielder in the world. Their coach, Dalik, or Dalik, depending on how you say it, came in with 1 game left in qualifying. So he is quite new to this team and has only experienced 1 qualifier and a few friendlies. And finally, Nigeria. So Nigeria are the dark horses of this competition and the dark horses of their group, respectively. Their leader, John Obi Mikel, is going to be a pivotal part, with their attacking prowess being more than sufficient, but he will be the one to keep that midfield rock solid and steady. Nigeria have had 8 coaches since the 2014 World Cup. Their new coach, Rohr, or Rohr, depending on how you say it, I'm not really sure, is a great leader and is very calm and collected. So with that being said, I believe that Argentina will win the group, and I believe that, unfortunately for Iceland, that Nigeria will leave in second. I believe Iceland will actually get third, and Croatia will be the bottom of the group. Moving on to Group E. Starting the group, Brazil. The last time we saw Brazil in the World Cup, 7-1. And then 3-0 in the 3rd place game. I mean, come on. However, they turned it around, topping the group of South America and qualifying first. They are so looking for redemption, and it quite possibly could be their year. Neymar, coming off of an injury, is looking healthy and ready to play, and is looking to prove and overthrow both Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Their coach Tite has finally changed from a bulky Brazilian team, which did not seem like the Brazil that it should be, and finally put it to exactly what Brazil is: a flashy, organized, incredibly exciting team to watch. Next up, the Swiss, and I'm pretty neutral about it. Now, the Swiss have a whole lot of talent, but they need to finally put it together. Their main man will be Xherdan Shaqiri, who just got relegated with Stoke in the Premier League and is looking for a move, of course, out of that championship. Their coach, Petrovic, is in his 3rd year. He finally looks to be settled and is looking forward to a great campaign for Switzerland. Next up, also, again, my beloved Costa Rica. Now, Costa Rica are in their 5th World Cup, and last World Cup, the 2014, they got all the way to the quarterfinals and lost in penalties against the non-existent this tournament, Netherlands. Keylor Navas, coming off of a great Champions League run, is now looking to prove he is an international star. Now, their coach Ramirez took after this beloved great nation after the prior coach was in a post-match fight. Not a great PR stunt. To round off the group, it is Serbia. Serbia are in their 1st World Cup since 2014, and they cruised through qualification. Their defensive rock and anchor will be Ivanovic. He will be the one to dictate the defense, while Alexander Mitrovic will be the focal point of their attack. However, Serbia do not have a coach yet. So with that being said, I believe that Brazil, obviously, will top the group, and I will be biased and say that Costa Rica will come 2nd. Serbia will be 3rd, and Switzerland will continue to struggle and be at the bottom. Next up, Group F. And starting Group F, it is the defending champions, Germany. Germany have depth on days. They have so many great players in every single position. They were perfect in qualifiers, 10 wins out of 10 games. Toni Kroos is their focal point in midfield. He is an absolute maestro and magician, can pass behind him, in front of him, to the side, wherever he wants. He is an incredible midfielder. Their coach, Jogi Löw, is with the team since the 2006 World Cup. All of that culminating to the obvious 2014 World Cup win. Next up, Mexico. Now, Mexico have been in the last 6 World Cups, however, they have only reached the round of 16 and got knocked out all 6 of the times. Yeah. Now, their veteran Chicharito is going to be their attacking focal point with their new and young Henrique Lozano. Their coach Osorio is looking to be a quick attack with also a very structured defense. He, however, lacks self-control and was banned for part of the Gold Cup. Next up, Sweden. Sweden got past Italy, surprisingly, in the playoffs, but all I have to say is this: no Zlatan, no party. Emil Forsberg, however, is the new attacking focal point for Sweden, but let's just be honest, if you don't have the god Zlatan, there's no point in even playing this tournament. Their coach Anderson has been there since the Euro 2016s, and all joking aside, I believe that he has really structured this team well after the absence of Zlatan. And to finish up the group, it is South Korea. Now, Korea have been in every single World Cup since 1986. They had a tense qualifying, but their star man Heung-min Sung of Tottenham has played absolutely out of his mind and led his South Korean nation to another World Cup. Their coach Tae-young was the U23 coach before they lost to both Qatar, or Qatar, however you want to say that, the next location for the World Cup, and losing to China led to him becoming the new manager. So with all of that being said, it is quite obvious that Germany will top the group. However, it is very, very close for who will get second. And I will change my mind. I once thought Mexico, but I will say the Swedes have the power of Zlatan behind them, and I believe that they will get second, with Mexico and South Korea being third and fourth. And now on to the second to last group, Group G. And to start this group, it is Belgium. Belgium, much like Switzerland, have a whole lot of talent and just can't put it together. But this year is the year that they absolutely need to put it together. With players like Eden Hazard, Michy Batshuayi, Thorgan Hazard, all of them need to finally show up. Jan Vertonghen, Thibaut Courtois, Toby Alderweireld, Meunier, Lukaku, both of them. And of course their main man, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin was a part of the Team of the Year for 2017 and a runner-up in the Premier League top player. After the 2016 Euro failure, they hired a new coach, Martinez, who has finally fit into this role and hopefully will lead them to great things. Next up is Panama. Their main goal scorer, Tejada, has scored 43 goals for his country. Now this is Panama's first ever World Cup, so there's really not much to talk about, and will coach this time for a third. Next up is Tunisia, or Tunisia, however you want to say it. Now Tunisia went unbeaten for their qualifying run and actually looked really good. They have yet to be in the World Cup since 2006. Their striker, main man Mascani, has been seasoned, fried, and has got his hair dyed. But the striker was clutch, scoring a hat-trick against Guinea to solidify their spot in this World Cup. Their coach Malual, has been their coach since their third game of qualifying. Next up is the country that most of us are from, England. Now, England have been haunted with poor World Cup and Euro failures, the latest being obviously getting knocked out by Iceland in the 2016 Euros. England looked to bounce back with a rejuvenated roster, Harry Kane becoming a prolific striker, and Raheem Sterling, even though he has gotten negative press, has been absolutely phenomenal for Manchester City. Their coach, Gareth Southgate, who has been called by skepticals not the best appointment, but it is what it is, and he has been with them since the 2016 Euros. So it is quite obvious how this group will go. It will go Belgium in first and second for England, with Tunisia in third and Panama in fourth. And now to the final group, Group H. And to start off Group H is Poland. This is the first World Cup for Poland since 2006. They will presumably, however, have the same exact team as their Euro 2016 campaign. Their main man is Robert Lewandowski, who scored 16 goals in the qualification rounds. However, he has been clouded with controversy wanting to leave Bayern Munich for a new challenge. Will that affect his play? Their coach, Nawalka, Nawalka probably, has changed their attack from counter-attacking to more of a possession-dominated type. Next up, Senegal. Now this is the first World Cup since 2002 for Senegal. Since 2002. They got lucky, kind of, by having a replay against South Africa because they had the refs fix the match. The main man for Senegal is, of course, part of my beloved club, Liverpool. It's Sadio Mane. Mane has been absolutely incredible this year for Liverpool and has been absolutely incredible for Senegal as well. The captain of their 2002 World Cup extravaganza is now their coach. Cisse was a pivotal part in that team and will hopefully bring back glory to Senegal. Next up, Colombia. Now this is their second straight World Cup appearance after being removed for 16 years just because they sucked. And in last World Cup, they reached the quarterfinals. Their main man, James Rodriguez, has been rejuvenated being at Bayern Munich. He has absolutely shined bright like a diamond. Their coach, Peckerman, led the Argentina 06 World Cup team all the way to the quarterfinals. And to round off the group and the group stage, it is Japan. Home to my brother and sushi, but not home to superstars. Japan lacks in the superstar stardom, yet they have so much European experience. Their main man is the 89 capped Shinji Kagawa of Borussia Dortmund. He is a center midfielder, provider, and scorer and looks to make Japan great again. Their coach, Halilovic, was the 2014 Algerian World Cup coach who led them to the quarterfinals. So with that being said, this is also an incredibly tough group, but I believe that Colombia will be first and Poland will be second, with Senegal and Japan third and fourth. Welcome to the round of 16, where our first matchup is Uruguay against Portugal. Now this is a great matchup, Suarez and Cavani against Ronaldo. But sorry Ronaldo, Diego Godin is gonna shut you down and Uruguay will win. Now as great as Egypt is with Mohamed Salah, Spain is just too good for Egypt, and I think they will cruise past them. So I believe Spain will win. Next up, France against Nigeria. Now Nigeria just didn't get the luck of the draw. They could have gone far if they did not draw the powerhouse of France. So with that being said, I find it's quite obvious that France will go through. Next up, Argentina against Denmark. Now, as much as I would like Denmark to win, they kind of got the short end of the stick drawing Argentina. As great as I think Denmark is, and as incredible I think Argentina is, Argentina just can't handle it. Denmark, let's go! Denmark to win. That was an awful idea, but I'm gonna go with it anyways. Now, like I said, no Zlatan, no party, even though Sweden has done great. But against Brazil, no Zlatan, no party, no win, no getting out of the knockout stages. Brazil. Who vai morrer? Next up, Germany against Costa Rica. Now my teams just keep getting screwed over. Costa Rica having to play against Germany is really tough. And as much as I love Germany, but loving more Costa Rica, I have to go with my head and go with the defending champions, Germany, to win. Next up, an incredibly intriguing match, Belgium against Poland. So Belgium have the star power and Poland have the 1-star power. Who will come out on top, you say? I think Belgium will finally be able to put it together and they will beat Poland. Belgium to win. And finally, the last round of 16 game, Colombia against England. Now, as much as I hate to say it, I think England is actually going to win this. I really like Colombia. I love Juan Cuadrado. I love James Rodriguez. But it's just not gonna happen. I think England are finally rejuvenated and they will get out of the round of 16. England to win. And now on to the quarterfinals. First up, Uruguay against France. Now, as much as I love saying Uruguay, I believe that France is just too good. And Uruguay will be knocked out. France to win. Next up, Spain against Denmark. Now, as much as I love Denmark and as much as I love to think that Denmark will win the World Cup, at some point I have to become realistic and logical and say that Spain is so depthy, if that is a word, and they have so much great talent. I believe that Spain will unfortunately knock off Denmark. But if Denmark wins and beats Argentina and Spain, I told you so. Spain to win. Next up, Brazil against Belgium. Now, Brazil are finally hitting their peak, and Belgium is trying to find its peak. And that is the difference between these two teams. I think that Brazil is already there and already ready to win this competition, but Belgium is starting to get ready to win this competition, and they will not be ready for the Who vai morrer of Brazil. Brazil to. And the final quarter-final match, Germany against England. Now, as good as England has looked, I do not think they have the star power in the defensive realm to be a formidable opponent against Germany. Germany is just too good. They are the defending world champions for a reason. Germany to win. Now on to the semifinals. First up, France against Brazil. Now this is my most looking forward to match. That made no sense, but I'm so excited to see this play out. The old superpower of Brazil being revitalized against the up-and-coming superpower of France, clashing and booming and to explode in the middle of Russia. I think as great as Brazil is and as great as France is, France has those vulnerabilities, but I just think they can pull it off. France to win. And the final semi-final game, Spain against Germany. Now, as up and coming, as great as Spain has been throughout this tournament, clearly, I believe that Germany is the World Cup defending champions for a reason, and I believe that they will come back with a vengeance, even though there's no point to have a vengeance because nothing bad happened to them, but they will go on, and they will beat everybody. But more importantly, Spain. Germany to win. And for the final, it is France against Germany. Now, just a quick side note before I get to the final, there is a third place match between Brazil and Spain, and I believe that Brazil will get some redemption, Brazil to win the third place game. Now back to the final, France against Germany, the up-and-comers against the defending champions. And who do I think? I'm just gonna say it pretty simply, France. I have thought they have been going to win this World Cup ever since the Euro 2016 happened. After their performance against Portugal was poor, I knew that there was something in France where they could be so special. Their depth is so unique and diverse and incredible. I think that there is just nothing that can stop them. And I believe that France will be the winners of the World Cup. So yes, guys, that was my World Cup previews and predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had so much fun making this video. It was absolutely incredible. So let me know if you guys want me to do any more for the World Cup. If you guys want me to do anything else, I am planning on uploading again tomorrow for a 4th straight day in a row. it'll be different. It won't be sports this time. It'll be a very, very funny video, and I hope you guys had an amazing time watching this. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day. I hope you have an amazing day tomorrow and the day after that. And if you weren't having a great day, I hope this made your day. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, jazz hands, I am JC. This is the White Mamba Experience, and this is the White Mamba signing out. Whoop, 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 whoop. Peace.
Let me flex for someone. Yeah, you the type to never need nobody else. Baby, can you trust me to find yourself? Heart been broken, let me tell you something. These other niggas can't protect for nothing, but I